on his own. He needs to be set up for that first reset, then things start going very well for him. If you don't get that first kill onto Viego by both bot lanes, reminder that heal does activate Lucian's Vigilance passive, gives some more damage there. Creme can potentially look for a kill here, might have to flash away. Okay, Karis positioning well there, and now Monki is going to jump onto Creme, and he gets the flash predict onto him. No, Creme, you knew that he was Virgil on a Monty Python sketch. Sam, hang on, level down. Monki, no flash.
Oh boy, was not expecting the brawl there. He's a dead man. That is a jungler's worst nightmare.
It is. Monki uses the flash to get a brilliant first. Potentially look for a flash Q onto the Gnar. That could be a big issue, actually. Wait for him to come out of here. This is going to be a flash blind, presumably.
He will hop and will mean nothing. naiyou gets another much better stuff from him now.
Oh, Cube. He had a good Varus game, Sam. He did. I want people to remember that. However, this is more what we expect from Cube as a player who has often been the most brave. You'll get a plate, re-hit, and you lose like a minute of time in your lane, but that's kind of it. You notice that Rel's gone up towards the top side. Of course, the Xayah's still bot side. So, we are getting their lane quests ticked up more in terms of the actual time spent in lane. Wouldn't surprise me to see a quick recall coming out from JackeyLove and fengyue to make sure they can reset this, reset the lanes again.
Yeah, 369 eats a fair amount of damage there from about Xayah. But that will be the end of that. Creme in mid lane has to be a bit afraid. Ooh. Doesn't land the W because the charm is spot on.
Well, the W is also off target as well. It doesn't get to stop the actual particle coming out. This time, Creme sidesteps. 3 grabs to the side of top Esports, fight on the top river.
Cube with Mega. fengyue trying to crash down and get away with that Yaoyao Rel W, but all the while comes the cease and desist. Braum is down to Cube, and they will try and turn that one around and do so. Yaoyao, though, is going to get the mount up, and a bit of a shattering strike. What about the turnaround as naiyou needs to think about backing away here? Gets interrupted, out comes that Heartbreaker, and naiyou falls as well.
Okay, first reset coming through from the Viego. Hang on, folks, we'll have to watch what... So, with this Viego skin, when you kill a champion, you come out with a different type of sword. You'll see there he's got a different sword now because he killed a champion with the Mega Gnar. I'm saying, well, you know, Cube just wanted to be on a matchup that exists, falling behind on the Gnar. He gets a good fight here. It's a good Mega Gnar. Does manage to get that first kill in, and buys time for things to go wrong there.
One passive. I think that's just a dead Xayah. Barrier is good. Can they do some more work? No, they cannot. And fengyue will claim that kill onto about, and the Xayah is down.
And he loses it all, and both summoners too. Not great from about. Top Esports punishing with the Sion. And if Sion starts getting value like this, that's a huge issue, Sam.
Not had the greatest start to the split. Came back a little later, which I think he where he earned the votes. I think I personally would have probably gone for someone like fengyue, even Riot, who had a great few games, but he didn't play enough of the split, I think, is probably the argument against him.
And also, he was in Group Nirvana. Yeah. And now, that's why I'm like, actually, fengyue was my choice, because that guy was really, really strong in Group Ascend on stuff like the Poppy started week, finished really strong. Potential fight here after the Dragon's gone down. Yaoyao caught out, looking for the reset though onto Viego.
Oh, boy.
Can't really find a way in for the Viego, though. Monki has to retreat and watch his bot lane die.
About falls as well. naiyou just gets to press R, and again, naiyou with early skirmish leads feels like a much different play. He has been inconsistent. We've seen the flaws, but it is worth highlighting and celebrating. This guy is dangerous when he gets ahead.
You know, folks, I like to consider ourselves, or at least myself there, a little bit of the Viego of casting. We get to steal each other's play-by-play segments. Creme uses that charm, gets in with the ults.
Tries to get that level, forces the flash out of Karis, and they can't get a hold of Creme.
Very nearly gets that backswing onto that Q. Karis escapes with the flash, but Creme this time survives the 1v2 in the mid lane. Creme picks up that blue buff. This is the issue that we had with the Viego, which is like, it's just much harder to consistently impact those places. Like, if that was a Pantheon or a Shinzao, that's probably a dead Ahri, actually. We'll see what happens now. There is a flash still available for Creme.
They need to burn it. Over comes the Vi, gets the Vault Breaker. The turnaround damage is nutty, and no Heartbreaker will be allowed.
Repeat same points, do the same execution of it. If that was a Shinzao, really well played there from Karis, but now shorts the Q, gets ulted, but when he's ulting, so doesn't get a CC combo at all. Swing and a miss in the mid jungle.
Monki's not going to be allowed towards the wave. They're glacial fissuring him, and they have actually blown one up. That's unfortunate. They didn't get the Braum passive down instead. Now, actually, with the Braum body available, that's JackeyLove done as well. What the hell happened?
A really bad dive, Sam, and suddenly Monki walks away with the reset. and gets himself a little bit more value. Top Esports fail in the mid lane, do something.
Won't quite land the cubes. About to hit Mega. Out comes Top Esports, though, with a concerted roam mid-jungle here to potentially jump onto the Mega Gnar, but that is a Mega Gnar. Turret has now fallen. We'll get the shunt into the wall, but there's a charm after. No ability to hop over the wall. The CC chain is ridiculous. Cube not given any real option to escape here, and will be falling. Donated to Creme.
Charm hits, he goes a bit short on the jump, which I think was cancelled out by a ViQ. I think it was also pulling ahead again. WE, a team which, you know, from last year when they had, you know, Monki and Vampires. Oh, God, don't quite get that Braum passive down. Karis ulting to the side. You know, WE last year was kind of Monki and Vampire, kind of comboing up for the rest of the team with Taeyeon's kind of like hyper snowball, very aggressive play. They've not really found that aggressive playmaking instinct to the same level, particularly with Karis being quite mercurial in form. When Karis is on form, sometimes we see those same shades. Less so now. 369, he doesn't care. The Viego doesn't do damage to him until he builds something like a Lord Dominate's Regards, which I don't think he's going to go particularly quickly in this game. Monki's going towards a tunnel, right? Him second.
You know why I know you're an Ari player?
Yeah.
You nearly said Malignance there, didn't you?
Wait, for who?
For Viego.
Did I?
I thought you did. Maybe I misread that.
Through everyone on your ult will too. The Braum shield doesn't block the Aurora ultimate as it goes through. So you do have a lot of damage that can come through the teamfight onto that Lucian, which is what WE need to do.
Then goes Yaoyao with the Magnet Storm and the crash down between worlds. Goes Karis looking to blow some people up, but it is unfortunately Yaoyao who once again goes ow about, has to immediately go to this guy with the Feather Storm, will not be able to get much more involved in this fight. JackeyLove survives Cube's attempt on his life as he hits him with the double shot. Vigilance passive coming out strong, and now Creme with the rocket belt looking for another angle, can't quite land the charm, and the Orb of Deception just wide.
Yeah, we appreciate the attempt. For some reason, 369 and I are very, very deep behind the turret.
Monki might be able to do quite a lot of work here. He's got a Heartbreaker angle, that's the body stolen. Remember, 369 with no flash. Karis coming on over. I think you're going to lose the Scion here as well. Another ult, gets the shield.
God.
They steal the body. Monki on a hopping spree. Could look to flash forward. Another Heartbreaker. Monki, the Viego specialist with the Braum, lands the passive. Can he get enraged for another option? No, he cannot, as a charm lands on top of him. And Creme doesn't get the Foxfires because Karis takes them from the auto-targeting. It's so close.
Cloud Soul later. Baron, much like game one, though, started up by WE, and Top Esports might be slow to the roam here.
It's a very aggressive Viego build. He will cycle through this quite quickly. Top Esports coming, but remember, no teleport on Creme. He's not going to be here in time. Vi is coming, but I think he's going to be a bit late. Karis gets on top of 369. They're going to keep DPSing this down. Actually, they've turned over, and 369 ults away. Now, actually, I think WE have made this turn look a little bit foolish. They have just leashed it, I think. That's really unfortunate. Respetting now, they won't stay aggroed on the Baron.
I actually wonder whether Top Esports should have taken that opportunity to releash the Baron there. It was under half HP, and the Viego just used that ultimate. I think they could have gone for that. Now they're caught in the topside jungle. Top Esports, do they look for an actual fight? They would be going to all 5, so they choose not to. In another world, Top Esports start that Baron.
fengyue still here, gets the passive down onto Yaoyao. They've lost a couple members from the reset, so they're not around, but again, won't look for too much more. This Scuttle Crab will die. That'll give some vision control over to Top Esports. Those late game Scuttle Crabs are so brutal for teams who put the vision down, and they've got to re-ingress into a team like Top Esports.
Top Esports, yes, they're trying to. They do, of course, in the series of this play, end up getting Dragon. Vision control around Baron would be a big win for them too. Yaoyao's caught.
There's no way out there. He's got to cleanse the dream. Rocket belt into the charm. Miss angle. Slightly unfortunate there from Creme. I appreciate the attempt, but can't quite find the correct placement of the cursor.
Okay, Creme has a Magi's. That helps, but I'm not impressed by the Protobelt combos, man. Look, for those of you that don't know, Protobelt Ari was like that was my favorite build of all time. It's very nostalgic for me, but it takes a little while to get used to kind of like the combos. Creme's not been that accurate on the charm, really. Like I was saying, Creme's played a lot of
relentless pursuit.
I have to say, look, Gale Force was one of those items which is so fun to play, but so toxic to play against. Because it just meant that everyone had like an extra dash, and it was a really bad time to play Ari, because it meant that whenever you went for a charm, they just had a Gale Force out the way as well as a flash. All coming through from the side, looking for a fight in the top side jungle.
It does tag with the Winter Spike. That means Monki gets hit with the charm afterwards, and he's a dead man. Doesn't get chance to reset this time around over the wall. JackeyLove playing pretty aggressively. Does actually survive for a while. Karis brings him down finally, but that was a very bold play. He was like, aha, I want to keep this fight rolling.
JackeyLove! It turns out Top Esports haven't changed their AD carry. He's been here all along. JackeyLove.
And Karis is still alive, by the way.
Karis is alive. He hops behind them. I think he's dead anyway. He might look for a one-shot onto Creme. Doesn't have his ultimate. His W was used just before. This might be coming off the cooldown now. Karis will be caught. The red buff will show him up. It's really funny, but it's not going to save his life. Top Esports win the fight in the top side jungle, despite the JackeyLove nearly just completely throws his life away. Does end up trading at least, I suppose, 1-for-1. Now we get a setup for the Dragon, which would be sold for Top Esports.
No flash for About, does have the ult. Karis is still dead. Finally, Respawns does have teleport. Maybe has to join. This would be Cloud Soul point. And again, it's a comp where the Cloud Soul could be quite dangerous on people like Lucian, Ari, and Vi. Very aware on how dangerous that can be to just run at people with those relentless mobility. Champions, Karis looks for it, he can't find it, and Yaoyao is eviscerated. Between worlds goes Karis, but Monki is down to 369. The Dragon is falling. Cube flashing on top of JackeyLove, can't quite get it, as there's another relentless pursuit, and he dances his way through the back end of it, throws up the Top Esports amount, and will claim Soul for his team.
Yeah, last time was JackeyLove derogatory. This time it's like JackeyLove Hall of Fame. Gets a great play with the limit of his HP bar, survives the fight, and it's a 5-for-none plus the Soul. Top Esports will be going up 2-0 in this series, folks. This will be the game ender, really. WE went 5 games against Top Esports in the Knights rival stage, effectively the play-ins to playoffs, so we thought perhaps it would be close here. But then Top Esports looked really good versus JDG in some aspects, comparative to what we've seen from the rest of their gameplay from the center. We thought, okay, Top Esports, they got some wheels, they got some horsepower. Might actually be able to.
Game, it must be said, now Top Esports, despite a couple fumbles here or there, now find themselves up near enough 9,000 gold, looking very confident in this game.
And there's a 25-stack Medjai's on Creme, so the damage he was lacking from the Proto Belt second has definitely been picked up now. It has the pen boots upgraded by the mid lane quest. He's getting a death cap. Once you get the death cap in, with a 25-stack Medjai's, it's just under, with the current AP ratios and the increase of death cap, just under 200 AP from a single item, which means that Qs like that will just kill.
They are just down. That is a nice little pick up there, and Karis needs to run away. fengyue goes looking for a Winter Spike, won't quite find it, but the base is well and truly broken. Cube is again being square-rooted by Top Esports.
Feels so bad for WE. Monki had a good early game on the Viego, but the team comp fell apart. A jump in from Karis won't save the game, might not even save his life.
Oh, yep, no, he gets blasted. JackeyLove will then start to pounce a little bit further forward with a few more of those Vigilance passive. Everyone deserves a second shot, and Top Esports will be deserving of a second game.
Everyone dies sometimes. Some just need a little help. Top Esports go 2-0 up in the series. A fantastic game from naiyou.